So it's reasonable to say that the four most common associations with the city of Louisville, Kentucky are the Louisville Slugger, the Louisville Cardinals, and the Kentucky Derby, and I guess KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. But three out of those four common associations are sports related. However, Louisville does not have a professional sports team. Uh, so what would it take for Louisville to bring in like a major league professional sports team? Well, there's a number of things to consider. Is it financially feasible? Do they have a place to play? Is there a stadium, or do they have to build another stadium? And do they have the fan support? Well, in April of 2015, the American Business Journal conducted a study. They took data from 83 cities, the population of these 83 cities, and their total personal income, and they compared it to team revenue and average ticket sales of cities that actually have a professional sports team. They gave each city on this list a score of 100 for each major league sport. So for Louisville, they actually scored 100 in MLS soccer, meaning that they actually have the financial means to bring an MLS team to Louisville. However, there's other things to consider. Like the MLS isn't looking to expand the league until the year 2020. Also, it is a concern whether or not Louisville actually has the fan base and the fan support to support an MLS team. Also, the Louisville City FC, which is the minor league soccer team here in Louisville, shares a stadium with the minor league baseball team here in Louisville, the Louisville Bats. Their stadium holds about 6,000 people, and average MLS stadium holds about 20,000 people, so they'll have to build a whole new stadium if they want to bring in an MLS team. In the American Business Journal study, Louisville's second highest score was NBA with a score of 78, meaning that they still do have a big enough surplus in their total personal income to attempt to bring in an NBA team. It's not as good as 100, but 78 is all right. Louisville also has the Yum Center, which is the home court to the Louisville Cardinals, which is a high-profile basketball team. The Yum Center also holds a number of March Madness games, which are big games. Villanova, which is also a successful basketball school, they're in the Final Four this year. They share their home court with the Philadelphia 76ers. So college teams and NBA teams can play in the same spot if it's big enough and the Yum Center is big enough. Louisville has a population around 600,000. That's just in Louisville. There's a lot in the surrounding areas as well. This population is actually greater than Milwaukee, New Orleans, Oakland, and Sacramento, all of which have NBA teams. So this is great for people who want pro basketball to come to Louisville. But the NBA isn't likely to expand anytime soon, and relocations of teams are always tricky. Sacramento just changed ownership. The family that owned it before sold it to an investment group from Sacramento, which is most likely going to keep that franchise in Sacramento. Milwaukee actually made a deal with the government. The government's going to spend taxpayers' money to pay for half of the cost of their new stadium. So with a new stadium, Milwaukee is likely to stay in Milwaukee, or the Bucks are likely to stay in Milwaukee. So the list of teams that are, possibly consider relocating is shrinking, and Louisville isn't the only city that is looking to bring in an NBA team. Seattle, which had the Supersonics for a number of years and lost them to Oklahoma City, they're another option. So the competition is high, and there's not many options out there. So should Louisville continue to pursue a pro sports team? Well, they could use the money that they would use to bring in a pro sports team to get allocated elsewhere, like tourism, which could possibly bring in more revenue than a professional sports team. Also, Louisville has the Cardinals, which is actually the most profitable college sports team in the nation now. So it's probably best if they just stick to rooting for the Cards.